Aha! You got your first $1,000, but you don't know what to do with it. I got you. You see, I remember a couple years ago, I was just like you. I was working multiple jobs, scrambling and struggling, and just trying to save the most I could in the hopes to one day invest. And through hard work, discipline, and time, I managed to scramble up my first $1,000, and I was ready to invest it. I was ready to live that passive income lifestyle, or so I thought. Hi guys, welcome back to my journey to becoming a millionaire. My name is Chris Mo. If you don't know me, I do $1 to $2 million in construction sales, got a 6-figure income, some passive investments, and I got nothing to sell you. You see, I make these videos so I can document my life so my grandchildren can know who I am. And hopefully this can inspire others to start their own journey too. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining to you how you should invest your first $1,000. So whether you just saved this money, got a raise at work, or just won this money at the blackjack table, then this video is for you, because I'm gonna tell you the honest truth on how to make those $1,000 worth your while. And make sure you stay to the end, because I'm gonna give you the exact blueprint that I used for my $1,000 that made it go a long way. So without further ado, let's get started. So you managed to save your first $1,000, huh? Congratulations, you're on the right track, because this shows me that you are really ready to make some significant changes in your life. I remember the first time I saved this amount of money and I just didn't know what to do with it. And the reason I didn't know was because there was never anyone there to teach me what to do with it. I had to learn everything on my own. I remember a couple years ago, I managed to scramble up my first $1,000 by living like a broke college student. Literally. Because I was a broke college student. At the time, I was working at T-Mobile, where I managed to save up all my commission checks because I wasn't just getting paid my hourly. I also got a commission check, which made saving a lot easier because I was able to save it at a way faster rate because I wasn't solely relying on just my regular hourly income. I was researching what to invest in so I can get a tremendous amount of return back. Because remember, at that time, $1,000 meant a lot to me, and I'm sure it does to you too. I mean, it is a lot of money. However, as I was doing my research, I came to find out that $1,000 doesn't really go a long way, but it can help out with figuring out a way to triple your income. Let me explain. You see, there's a lot of ways to invest your money. And if you really think about it, there are some common places where everyone tells you to put your money in, right? Stocks, real estate, crypto, art, NFTs, and there's probably a lot more, right? The most common ones people always hear about. Those are the most common ones everyone kind of tells you to get into because they're the easiest ones to start with because it doesn't really require a lot of capital. So you always have gurus telling you do this, do that, and you'll get an X amount in return, usually a tremendous amount, something that just sells you the dream, right? Let me tell you why I wouldn't invest in these things with my $1,000. And it's really simple. It's really only 3 things. The first reason is that $1,000 isn't really a lot of money. If I invest in any of these things, and let's say I get a 20% return, which is ridiculous, but it's also possible, but most likely it won't happen. You'll probably make $200. Not really a lot of money if you really think about it. But some people may say, but what if I do it multiple times? Well, that brings me to reason number 2. Reason number 2 is time. You see, all of those require time. Everything requires time. Meaning you have to get used to the fact that there is no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme. It's gonna take some time. Think about it. Let's say you invested into stocks, right? And you went ahead and put your money into the S&P 500. And I say that because it's the lowest amount of risk, but on average, the S&P 500 would return anywhere from 7 to 10% on a yearly basis. Low risk, profits are kind of guaranteed. But in order for you to grow your money, it's going to grow in a matter of 30 plus years, which is not for me. It's just too slow for me, but it's safe. Let's say real estate, right? There's so many different ways to do real estate, but altogether, if you start getting into the creative real estate like flipping, wholesaling, and all these other different types of ways to do real estate, yeah, I've seen some people with literally no money down. But the hard thing about that is just literally finding the deal, which might cost you more than $1,000 just to learn altogether. And if you do everything correctly, and if you get lucky, then yeah, those $1,000 can go a long way. But chances are really, really slim. Let's say crypto. I mean, I don't even want to get into crypto. All I have to say is that it's too risky and too volatile. That's it. Either way, all of these options require time. Lastly, the reason I don't like any of these options as investments for my $1,000 is because they don't cash flow how I want them now. Unless you have big boy money, which $1,000 isn't, the only investments that really cash flow are businesses, especially businesses that you run, which brings me to the best place that you can invest your $1,000, which is in yourself. Use that money to teach yourself something, become valuable, learn a high income skill, and ultimately become an asset. The reason that I say this is because this is going to get you the best, the fastest, and the largest return compared to any other investment. Now, I already did this throughout the last couple of years because knowledge and learning is how you make the big boy bucks. I've personally have invested over $20,000 in just courses alone, probably even way more now. I've bought books, real estate courses, social media marketing courses, online courses, personal development courses, sales courses, Amazon courses. I bought so many courses. Even before I bought my ATM company, I bought access to a knowledge center to teach me about ATMs. Here's the secret though. I noticed that the reason that I was able to double my income and make over 6 figures is because I'm constantly learning. Every time I bought something, I became more valuable. That allowed me to do larger and better things, be a part of conversations that I wouldn't normally be a part of because I just didn't know what was going on. The only horrible thing about doing all of that was the fact that, yeah, it did cost a lot of money. And I'm not saying to go spend $20,000 on courses. No, especially not in today's world. When I first started like this whole road of self-development and self-improvement and just learning so much about money, it was about like 5-6 years ago when there was very few influencers at the time, and there was a lot of scam artists, and not a lot of people were giving out information, and if they were, it was charged at a ridiculous amount, and that's just what we had at the time. Now it's different because there's a lot of people who are coming out and sharing their expertise, and you can tell who's real and who's fake nowadays. But this is what I did to figure out my game plan, and it's still something I do to this day. I mean, just the other day, I bought a $500 ticket to reserve my spot for a convention that I'm going to out in Florida to figure out my next business venture. So I'm always still investing into myself. It does require some time though. Just like anything, it's gonna require some time. But I promise you, if you invest in yourself, you are guaranteed a return because those skills that you learn are gonna give you the best amount in return that no other investment can give you. So how do you go about it, right? Before you go buy any of these courses from these gurus or from any influencer or anyone just trying to sell you a ridiculous amount of course, do this first because things have completely changed and it's really a 3-part process. Ultimately, the first thing you want to go do is go on YouTube. You see, YouTube has grown tremendously over the years, and now there's a lot of people who just really want to help people and share their knowledge for free. So go on YouTube, search whatever it is that you want to learn, and see if it's there. It's free content, and if I were you, I would actually invest some of that $1,000 into YouTube Premium because YouTube Premium does get rid of the ads, which allow you to just learn at a faster rate. The next thing that you want to go ahead and do is Google it. Google whatever it is that you want to go ahead and learn and just click on all these articles. And I'm not just talking about clicking on the first 3 and thinking that you're an expert. Like, no. Go ahead and go through the first 5 pages. Click on every single link. Read and reread every single article until you get it. Because that's how you get better. And plus, it's free. Lastly, and this is what I use because honestly, I hate people who sell these courses for a tremendous amount of money, and it sucks when they actually don't provide any valuable information whatsoever. Just no. Ultimately, there is a website that sells courses for a lot cheaper, and they're not sponsoring this video or I have nothing whatsoever. This is actually what I use. It's called Udemy. You see, Udemy sells online courses for a fraction of the cost. You can go on there and you can literally learn anything that you want, whether it's stocks, editing, just learning a high income skill or just learning something. It's at a fraction of the cost. You'll find courses for like $10, $16, $20. Use that $1,000 to buy as many courses for whatever it is that you like. And one thing that I will tell you is don't just buy one course and think that's it. No, buy a course from multiple different people so you can get multiple perspectives on one thing. That's how you become better. But learning from multiple like experts, that's how you get better. And honestly, I wish I would have known about this website a lot earlier, because I didn't know about this website until way later, until way $1,000 later too. So I spent a lot of money before I even found this website. If you do any of these three things, I guarantee you that you're going to learn something. You're going to become valuable, and you're going to learn a high income skill. By doing that, that's going to allow you to become an asset where you can get a raise at your job, you can make more money, or ultimately you can start your own business and create your own income. And that's going to take you to the next level. I believe that creating your own business is the ultimate way to triple, quadruple, or whatever X your income, because you have complete control on it. And if you can learn a high income skill and learn to build your own business off of that high income skill, your possibilities are endless. So I'll leave you guys with this. This is one of my favorite quotes of all time. The more you learn, the more you earn. Trust me, it works. This is what I did for myself. This is how I became valuable. And this is how I got to 6 figures. And you can too. Just try it. Find out for yourself. Besides that, hopefully this video brought some valuable information into your life and you really enjoyed it. And I really hope some of you actually buy some knowledge. I know for a fact that if any of you actually go ahead and applied yourself and bought something, bought a course or invested those $1,000 like I just said, you are going to guarantee success. And it's just a matter of learning and taking action. That's it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment below if you want me to talk about anything whatsoever. I'll see you guys next time.